August 10 morning, about 7 a.m., and I want to record something about having a free mind when I am having ideas about free will. Free will does exist, even if many of your wishes are coming true through your efforts or through God's blessings, or anything is possible, but you can only verify your effort and your wishes. It's not easy to verify whether God is really blessing you, and there are lots of government agents involved, intergovernment policies involved here. You can always say God is within me and God is within all of them. They like it or not, they believe it or not, and it's happening in a combined effort. You could put it all in a spiritual way. It's poetic, it's beautiful. I'm actually happy to think those thoughts too. I love poetry. But free will does exist. I want to repeatedly insist that things are seemingly coming only from your conscience. Yeah, like the Ithaka poem. It is coming from your conscience. But there are things that are, I wouldn't have even thought of them, right? I don't have the capacity to think of them. Such things happen around me, around the circumferences of where my dream is happening. Yeah. So that gives me a shock value. I'm like, this is not part of my dream. What is this? What is this happening? What is it I'm hearing or observing or listening? How can this be my dream, right? If somebody externally observes, they'd be like, Kumari, you dreamt of those things. It's very, very extremely strange situations around me, where sometimes in very close proximity and all that. But the filter bubble is definitely there. The innocence and the purity with which I have dreamt a dream, even if I had playfully added in some challenges for myself, the original thought, whatever it is when you're young, you would only want good things for yourself. You wouldn't have thought anything really bad for yourself, right? You might have just placed some obstacles that you win over to feel heroic about yourself, maybe. Yeah. So I think there is only a certain limit within which the in the context of where the wishes are happening, it actually correlates to what you would call as a personal wish, right? So this rationalist would call it as selective bias. You have a selective bias. Whatever works for you, you call that as your wish, and then you call the rest as external things, right? So it's okay to see it either way. But I have observed something about free mind. Free mind exists only if we are not compromising our soul, right? The level of honesty to ourselves, first thing, yeah, and the level of openness. If you have not much secrets within you, there is nothing really bothering you in your conscience, then you are having a free mind. So a free mind person can actually make a little more observations, I think. A person who's preoccupied with worries, they are not free to make observations. Somebody who's not pre-exposed to certain things cannot see even if it is happening in front of them, right? I'm not used to two people looking the same coming into my life with the same name. I'm absolutely not exposed to it, at least to my awareness, until 2022. So when it started happening, I did not know how to handle it at all. I did not overreact also, because I did not know if it is negative or positive, or how to even have a conversation with that. So there are contexts which are entirely outside of my ability to think itself that is happening, that is coming in. Yeah. But if you get bothered by it, then you're not having a free mind. So a free mind is very important. So you have to keep a free mind, just remember that's nothing to do with you, right? And it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing, as long as you are being truthful to them and just doing a honest work, and your mind is free, right? I believe that's very important, uh, because I realize mind is not free for people who have to survive by making some compromises, even though they are good, very talented. In life sometimes, we have walked into something and we are just surviving it. I've been there as a young person, because you trust everybody and you walk into a situation and you're handling challenges and you're extremely preoccupied with that and trying to distract yourself with some study or work. Yeah, so there are many people like that. Yeah, so they are not free enough to observe, and I remember not observing at all. But now I look back and I realize, yeah, it was a good life. You look back, you connect the dots, is what Steve Jobs says, or Steve Jobs double says. Oh, I don't know who said that, but it's a thing. It is actually a true thing, and he made a good word play with connect the dots. Yeah, could have said connect the points. You could use any of those words. I work for SG dot. SG dot. EODMS is also a very beautiful word. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah. Free mind is actually very beneficial to enjoy what the free will gets in our life. I want to keep this in record. So, free mind, I don't know if you can actually get by breathing methods. I haven't practiced it. I suppose you could. Yeah. I should practice, because I am a snoring person. Maybe breathing would help. But I do believe not getting into a compromising situation, if you can afford to, if your survival can let you do that. Don't go into a situation where you have to speak lies, and your dealing with lies is not as bad as you become the person who speaks lies or pretend. And if some people have to, and they have their own goodness value systems in it, maybe. I'm not particularly sure if they are having a free mind, but in my experience, if you can be the good person as defined by the ordinary society, the ordinary goodness, the very ordinary goodness, what your mom, dad, and your teacher would tell you, yeah, or what your neighbor would expect from you. That ordinary goodness, if we have, then we are free. Like if we have within and outside also, if we have it, then we are free. And a free mind is very important. Free will is there, but a free mind is very, very important. And I believe more than breathing and all that, which, because I don't know, I don't have the experience of pranayama. Being this ordinary good person, the kind of child who's being good for Santa Claus' sake, just follow the social rules. So no conflict, nothing, right? Then your mind is free. You're not worried about anything. Being good, I believe, is just a freedom, a path to freedom. Yeah. So how about divorce, Kumari? You've done 2 divorces. Not a good person, right? So I chose freedom. So there is freedom in being good, but then if in being good has a certain compromise that you can't handle, that you feel like you won't be free in your soul after that, you can choose that freedom. Yeah. The important thing is, don't affect the other human being. Let them be, let them have a good life, be as fair as can be, and do even a little more to make things better, and then you find your freedom. Yeah. Have a free mind. I am very clearly seeing it more and more these days. Yeah. Being good is all about you being free. Yeah, it has nothing to do with heaven that is far away. It has much to do with life right here and how to enjoy.